This is it, you think? All your hard work is about to pay off. All the blood, sweat, and tears is finally gonna be worth it. Every sacrifice, bad decision, lonely moment is finally gonna pay off. You could just taste the success, imagining the recognition and admiration you so long for. But wait, nothing happens. Was all this sacrifice for nothing? Was everyone right? Welcome back, my little Noyas. Hi, my name is Leonor, and that was me about 2 weeks ago. I had this constant ambition, but it felt like it was going nowhere. I'm like, hey, where's the rewards? And I was working so hard for something. I feel like we're constantly chasing our dreams nowadays, but we're not learning how to be present in the moment and just kind of accepting where we're at. I think the hardest part about being a creative person or being like an entrepreneur, whatever you are doing that's like pursuing your dreams, is kind of the waiting period before you get the dreams. You think your life is going to be better once I get this, but then at the same time you're not enjoying how your life is right now. And no one really talks about the tolerance of not having your dream life, especially being such an ambitious person. Like, you think, oh, you know, once I get it, but girl, you're gonna be doing that for a couple of years now. And you know, there's a hard work and there's time and patience, and we really have to trust in the process. So how do we trust in the process, and how do we tolerate not succeeding? I guess that's the majority of most people until they get their things and everyone's like, wow, you know, but we can't just be so far in the future that we're not really being grounded in where we're at right now. In the past, I was like, I did everything I'm supposed to do. I'm working hard. I'm making it a habit, a routine of the lifestyle I want to live, but it's still not, you know? And I'm like, oh, what's happening, universe? I'm like, God, it's me again. Like, you're missing out on a little detail. So this video is going to teach you on how to kind of embody that energy, calm down, let go, but you don't need to control everything, okay? You know, I know you a control freak, like, but you don't need to control everything. It will happen. And through my process, through this steps, routine kind of system I've made, you will kind of learn how to not focus so much on what it could be and be focusing on what is right now, and still embodying your dream life, not giving up on your dream life, but also recognizing that everything will work out in the way it needs to work out. So I have it through a little 4-step system. First, you have to recognize your perspective. You gotta really see what's going on before we can start changing things. Second, you're gonna start changing your perspective. I'm gonna give you the tips, tricks, and habits on how to start thinking differently and kind of reframing your mind in a way that you can still strive for your dreams, but also don't be so controlling, don't be so antsy on getting that, because that can also cause some blockages and withhold you from actually getting your dreams. Then I'm going to teach you how to reinforce the present. How can we add more presence into life? How can we be more grounded? Like right now, I just watched the sunrise and ate, and even though I was recording, girl, that shit was motherfucking romantic ass shit. I was like, girl, I'm on a date with God right now. And 4, I'm gonna teach you how to realize your path as much as you can. Nothing's perfect, but having the knowledge on what to do can kind of help you be on your right path and kind of choose and make decisions that are for you and that are aligned. The first thing you have to do is recognize your perspective. What is going on in that little brain of yours? What is kind of feeding this perspective? I feel like the number one thing, especially when you're not appreciating where you are, is comparison. You're comparing yourself to your old life. You're comparing yourself to people on social media. You're comparing yourself to people who are professionals in your career. You're comparing yourself to the rock next to you. I don't know what that rock did, but I don't trust it. What are you thinking in your brain? Everything's really neutral. And what are you perceiving as bad? What is your window on that? Like, I was looking at the sun and how the sun literally rises up and radiates on everyone and everything, but it's also changing the color of everything just with its light. What is the light that you are shining on this kind of perspective of your success? The second step is changing your perspective. Change your perspective. That sounds so easy, Layla. How are you going to teach me how to change my perspective? Thought regulation and habits. There's this beautiful concept that is a old Hawaiian practice that is heavily spiritual called Ho'oponopono. The meaning of Ho'oponopono is these 4 phrases. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you, I love you. Ho'oponopono is applied to almost every thought that you have. Let's say you have like a nasty thought about your success. You're gonna be like, I'm sorry. You're acknowledging responsibility for your problem or pain. This is you recognizing, hey, there's a thought. You're not judging the thought, you're just saying, I'm sorry, I didn't recognize you here. I'm gonna give you some attention now. The second one is, please forgive me. Forgive the thought. You didn't know that you were having this thought. You can't blame the thought, but you also have to say sorry because the thought came up because there was pain. And you gotta give it that recognition. You gotta give it that care. You know what I mean? Then you wanna say thank you. You wanna express gratitude for the thought because now you can work on the thought. You can kind of recognize, hey, this is a painful thought and now I can work on it and start helping it out. And then I love you. You want to express unconditional love for this thought. Now that you recognize it, you have to be kind to this thought because how you gonna help someone, you gonna start hating them? Like imagine you pull up to someone, you're like, da 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 da, you start yelling at a child or something. The child's just gonna start crying. So you can't be mean to her. You gotta give her love. You gotta give her recognition. You gotta give her attention. And you can do this through shadow work. Shadow work is kind of reflection upon self, like journaling, you know, prompts and stuff like that. And with each thought that you have, you kind of want to journal it. Where do you think this is coming from? What feelings does this thought bring up? Why are you trying to avoid this thought? What things do you think may be affecting said thought? And do that with every like negative thought that you have. Even if it's just the Ho'oponopono, I'm sorry, forgive me, I thank you, I love you. Even if it's just that, it's gonna start kind of bringing up some stuff that you can start working on. Over time, this will start shedding a lens. You're gonna start realizing, oh, I have these negative thoughts, but they're not gonna be as frequent because you're not holding on to that belief, you're not holding on to that thought as much. And then you want to do habits that limit this negative thought pattern. You want to limit your social media. Yeah, even if you're doing this, but you're still putting negative things or putting things that cause negativity within you, it's not going to help you out, okay? Get the Opal, get the apps that limit it, delete it, go ghost. I love going ghost. Like, limit toxic people. You know who they are. You know when you feel like that fear within you or that need to people please or just that off feeling or just drain. Like some people, I remember I was in this relationship with this one guy. One time I almost fell asleep hanging out with him. He wasn't even doing anything crazy, but he was so energetically draining, like a freaking energy vampire, that I literally fell asleep hanging out with him. We were at a freaking cafe at a boba place. You need to surround yourself with positive people, good people, people who uplift you, who give you reciprocal energy, okay, girl? Make realistic standards of how you see yourself and your life. Girl, do you expect to be a millionaire in a fucking day? No, but you are building the habits. I'm not saying you're not gonna be a millionaire. I'm just saying it's gonna take time. So don't be like, I need to make $1 million in a week. Not only is that gonna be impossible or potentially illegal, but put these big standards for yourself, these big challenges you need to go through, then you're not going to appreciate where you're at because you're just constantly looking at the top of the mountain. That's why I love that I came to kind of Red Rock to say this video, because there's so many things we can learn from nature. Like if I look on the top of the mountain and be like, damn, why am I not there yet? Well, maybe you haven't climbed long enough, but you still need to climb up that mountain before you get to the top. Why are you stressing yourself up that you're not on top of that mountain yet? Also, you have to think, how is this working out for you in this period of your life? What lessons or mindsets God or the universe or whatever you believe in is trying to set for you right now? What do you need to learn? What skill set do you need to do? Like, I'm not going to trust a doctor who's been in med school for one day. You got to go through the whole process. What education do you need to learn for your dream life? What mindset, what habits, what knowledge, what skill set do you need to be there? Maybe that's the reason why you don't have it yet, because you haven't got the knowledge or skills or mindset or experiences yet. Number 3 is, how can we reinforce the present? First thing is making sure you're doing what fulfills you. Are you striving towards this goal for appreciation or validation? Or are you striving towards this goal because this is what's in your soul? Because if you don't love it, I was literally so good at film. And don't get me wrong, I still like film. But I did not love it as much. I wasn't as passionate as I was about YouTube and kind of creating my own videos this way. And that's why even though I succeeded, I got the freaking awards or whatever, it didn't matter because I didn't continue because I didn't love it. There's going to be challenges and setbacks and time and patience and every single monster that you can think of. But you need to make sure you love it because it's like this almost North Star. You keep going because you just want to get to the finish line. Also, another one is health. Okay, first, for me, health is about worry. When I'm worrying, Sometimes I'm not eating right. Sometimes I'm not exercising right. There's an energetic thing that goes on with taking care of your body. When you take care of your body, you have the energy to do things. You can be more present. You can be more relaxed. You don't have to be so stressed up and, you know, tight and anxious. Exercise, eat healthy, drink water. These things really do help. They align you, they unblock you, and it really just, I don't know, it just changes your mindset on things. Another thing is meditate, 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 meditate. Meditate is literally all about presence. Whether you do a guided meditation, there's some guided meditation apps I can put on the screen, or the ones on YouTube, even though sometimes they have ads, or just taking like 5 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, 1 minute a day to calm down, breathe, and calm your mind. Don't even think about anything. Just be present in the moment. But meditate is really just presence. I met Don Jose Ruiz. He's amazing. He said that he'll meditate at a rock band, because meditation really is just being present in the moment. So however you meditate, implement this daily within your life. This will help you be present with your thoughts. This will help you with the Ho'oponopono. This will help you with kind of appreciating where you're at right now. Another kind of tip is a brag book. I got this idea from someone because I was going through a period of life, but it really helped, where it's kind of this book of the people that you love saying these nice things about you. So get a little Canva presentation, get a little journal, get a little Google Slides, and, you know, put a little cutesy little cover, brag book, you buy little Ulster, you know. Have each individual person in your life that you love, that you care about, have them say something that you help them with. You kind of having this book or this kind of recollection of people saying nice things about you, people saying things that you've done for them, and have you kind of radiated your life in and then shined your light on them, helps you have this book to look back on. This is a book that you can look back on, that you can reflect on and see how you have made an impact, even if you forget how much you make an impact. And it kind of brings you down to the present moment, helps you appreciate yourself, get a little gold star, you know what I mean? I feel like that's a meme now where a bug just gets on me. As well as having a success book, or put down all your achieved manifestations, all your achievements, put down all your successes, put down anything that you've kind of accomplished and write them down in a book. Put some photos in there, scrapbook it, collage it, do whatever you want to it, add stickers, add beads, I don't know what you add, but you need this book to show you how good you are, how good you're doing, how proud of yourself you should be. When you forget, or when you be like, I'm not exactly where I need to be, you can kind of see the milestones and how much you've grown. Next one, which is also should be like a daily habit, is a gratitude journal, a gratitude practice. Even if you're in the mirror saying this, or you're just writing this down on your journal, or you're praying about it, I like to do the prayer. Say 10 things you're grateful for. Pray to God that, or whatever you believe in, I'm grateful for this, this, and this, and this every single day, every single morning. And just waking up with that gratitude every day is gonna, one, make you have a good day. You're gonna start your day right, and that's gonna lead to great successes. But two, it's gonna help you have a great life in general, because, you know, if you have one great morning, then you have a great day, then you have a great life, because it kind of builds up, it compounds over time, compound interest. The one thing I learned from economics before I dropped out. Number 4 is to realize that you are on your own path. People do not say this enough. I feel like this is not talked about enough, because we see people's success stories, we see people achieve their things, but we don't really know what they had to go through. And even if you get the best self-help books, you see someone else's achievements, this still doesn't tell you what your path is to that. Like, you can adapt someone's habits, you can adapt someone's tricks, you can even adapt my advice, it doesn't matter. Nevertheless, you have to find your own journey up to that mountain. It's like everyone has their own trail up to a mountain, and you have to find your trail. And truly this will happen within your own time. If you think about nature and these mountains were built over billions of years. You can kind of see what the different layers that these mountains have. With the different layers it has, it makes it even more beautiful and grand to look at and observe. And you wouldn't have this grand multicolored mountain if it didn't take those billions of years. And nature has its own time. It doesn't need to be in a certain speed or a certain way. It just grows and it builds, and it continues making the effort over time, and it builds into this beautiful mountain. So don't rush yourself. Be inspired by nature, what created this earth. As long as you're making that consistent effort, it doesn't matter how fast you are going. Think of the rabbit and the turtle, or the hare and the turtle, that story where the turtle was literally just continuing to go, and he was going at his own little speed, but the rabbit kept going fast, but then stopping, fast, and then stopping. You don't want to burn yourself out. That is a major thing. Like as a creator, as an entrepreneur, as someone who's ambitious, whatever you're doing, you can burn yourself out if you keep going so fast, so hard, but then you keep breaking. That's not good. That's not consistent. You might as well go slow, your speed that feels right, and keep making the effort and go your own way, and end up going to the finish line instead of trying to race it out. It is not a race, it is a marathon. True failure is giving up. It's said millions of times, but you got to keep going. Even when you feel like you're in a stalemate, like nothing is happening, you have to keep going.
I hope I have 1 million subs.
We hit 100 million subscribers!
So I got fired today.
Like I was a failure, thinking my someday would never come.
Are you guys seeing this?
At the end of the day, guys, my overall conclusion is nobody's perfect. Oh my god, the Hannah Montana references has been so crazy since that special came out. Literally nobody's perfect. There's no perfect way to succeed. There's no right way to succeed. The only right way to succeed is your own way, the own journey that you're gonna have. Don't compare yourself. Everyone succeeds at different times. Everyone has their different thing, but they followed their North Star. They followed their journey, and that's what you have to do. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you want more videos like this, let me know. Comment down any topics that you guys want me to talk about. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on that bell notification to get more videos from me. I love you guys so much. You guys are so sweet in the comments. I just want to comment down below the sunset emoji. I am a Nevadian and I'm from Las Vegas, so I love being out here in the nature, seeing all these pretty rocks. Like I used to hate the desert, be like, girl, it's just a big rock. But now I'm just like, girl, we're in the desert. I got my mis botas on. Like, I hope you guys are doing well and you're taking care of yourselves. Take care, my little noias. Bye.